everybody. I'm already exhausted. This is going to be the update for my What's on Deck series that I created. And it's going to be a little bit different this month. And yes, I am filming this a couple weeks early. So here's what I need you to do for me. I need you to do all of the things, if you would be so kind. I would really appreciate it. Now, this series is something that I did because there were things that I just wanted to get through in my collection. And so I thought, well, we'll just call it What's on Deck and throw it in as just little oddball things that I wanted to do every month. I've done lip liners, I've done some new eyeshadows, I've done all kinds of fun stuff. What I had put in at the last update was two of my notoriously morbid single shadows. We have got Death, because it's morbid. So we've got Death, which is a blue-purple shift. And honestly, I'm wearing it today. You're probably seeing it more as purple, but kind of in that middle third. Oh, yeah, you see, you're getting a good blue there. I don't know if you're getting all the purple on it, but it is stunning. Oh, yeah, you're getting shift on that. Absolutely lovely, vivid color. And then the other one I have in is Dream. And hopefully, you see it's a kind of a gray, teal green shift to a purple in that one. And hopefully I have a picture that I've popped up somewhere. But that one. So we've got Death and Dream, excuse me. And I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. We get shifts. Wow, these are nice, you guys. I like Notoriously Morbid. I'm a huge fan. I know I have talked to some of you and convinced you to purchase. Sorry, Cheryl. But these two, if you are looking, are aces. I think they're really, really good. I'm allowed to say that, aren't I? I think so. Anyway, the other thing that I had in, and I popped them into here just for sake of ease, is my 3 Cleona shadows. So these are the first 3 that I've ever tried. And quite honestly, King's Feast. Oh, what am I wearing? Coat of Arms, I've worn that one. Queen's Banquet, that's what I'm wearing today. That's on the inner part, not the inner corner, but the inner third of my eyelid. So, okay. Queen's Banquet. I don't know what kind of, it's kind of got a, like a pink to gold shift. Hopefully you're seeing that reflection there. And then the other one is Coat of Arms. And I know there's a picture of this, so hopefully I'm remembering to pop that up on the screen. Oh, I stuck my finger into something. And that's this one. I do like my purples, but you can hopefully see the shift in that one. And then the final one that I have is King's Feast. That's this one. And that's the color there. This has kind of a pink purple shift. Well, of course it does, it's me. It's got some gold in it too, and it almost comes across as a fiery pink because of that. So that is what I had going in. Now, instead of adding more things, because when you see this, it's going to be really close to when I'm getting on the road, and I'm already traveling with a crap ton of stuff. So one of the things that I had a request for was to show what I have with my singles collection and all of my palette collection and what I've done. So I have that whole kit and caboodle here, and we're going to go through and I'm going to show you what everything is. So it's not quite what's on deck, but I'm going to show you how I kind of arrange part of my world. Now, one of the things that you've already seen is my Sydney Grace collection. Okay, so let's start with monthlies. These are the monthly bundles that they have been doing all of this year when they come with little stickers. So several of those have been put into projects and different things. You've seen that. Then we have got the, oh, I love pink and purple and gray, and so that's, I'm going to buy every shade they have. This is what started. This is how my collection started, was with this. And then you've also seen this before, so we won't spend much time. a couple of new additions, but then the others are the ones that came with the Christmas in July sale. It was the bundle of like get 10 shades for $20 or something stupid cheap. So that's what those are from. Now, we've seen that, so we're good there. Let's talk about some of my other stuff. One of the things that I do have is this plain little black palette, and this is my Dandelions collection. And these are delicate, you guys. So part of this started as they had a palette that came out last winter, which I loved half of. So they let us do singles. I bought the singles and then added in my pinks and purples and more gray. Well, I think most of the grays and some of the blues were already in there because it was a winter theme. So these are very delicate. I did bring these from Arizona to Minnesota, but I will not be traveling with these because I don't want them to break, because some of them are a little bit not damaged and not broken, but not in the best of shape. Let's just leave it at that. But the very first thing that I ever did as far as putting something into a Z palette was I decided that I was going to dismantle all of my NARS duos. Now, a couple of them are out of here. One is in another project, and I'm guessing you might even see it. I don't know if I have it with me or not. You'll probably see it. And then I had one oddball. What is this one? Is this a Colourpop? I don't even know. It's called Floyd. I don't know what it is or where it's from, and orange is not my color anyway. So I have no idea. I don't think I've ever even used it. Obviously, the rest of these had a lot of use, but it was just so bulky that it was making me crazy, so I actually broke apart all of the packaging. Oh, excuse me. And threw them in here. They were all duos, so at that point, I wasn't doing videos, I wasn't doing any of that. This was simply just for me, so I didn't save all of the names of what those duos were. I knew it was Zareen, Kalahari, Kuala Lumpur, Pandora. I don't remember what else, but this is where they all ended up. What can I say? I didn't know I was going to be doing this. Okay, so then I have a couple of oddball ones that I want to show you because they're really fun. Actually, I have a brand new one too. Still in the package because I wanted to get a second one. Is the Coffin Palette from Notoriously Morbid. So this one is not yet filled, but because my other one, we'll do the plastic later, that's annoying. My other one is getting a little bit full, and I have pulled out a little, I know I have one in something else, but this is my Notoriously Morbid singles collection for pressed in pans, because I do have a lot of loose too. That was an oops when I first ordered. I didn't know what I was doing. But this is the Coffin Palette with a lot of the shades that I own. I know I have one or two in projects right now. So I just love the shape of the Coffin Palette. I just thought it was so cool. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. What can I say? And that's the reason that I have the Copacetic Kitty. I do have some copacetic shades. I do have some more that are coming in. I actually picked them up because of their $2 Tuesdays that they do, and I just thought, well, how fun is that? And I had these in just a regular Z palette, but then when I did another order, I had one or two in a Z palette, but then anyway, I did an order and got the kitty palette just because it's so flippin' cute. So I do have some that are still not here yet. When they arrive, they will go into there also. Now, here's the big bunch of stuff, because I've talked about this in hauls and how often I buy these palettes from Ulta. I love their Z palettes and they've done great sales. So the first one that you're going to see is Miscellaneous. And this is a large Z palette. So I have got, oh, what have I got? I've got some Touch of Glam. I've got some Lethal Cosmetics. And then I've got, oh, what else have I got in here? Oh, there's two little Mary Kays on the bottom here in the corner. And then I've got some more Copacetics. That's what it was, that they weren't all... Or no, I had moved the Copacetics, and then I've got a menagerie. I don't even know what all I've got going on in here. Anyway, this is just an oddball one with miscellaneous shades, or miscellaneous singles that don't necessarily go into any other palette, because I don't have enough of any of them to make a palette. That one, unfortunately, does not fit into the normal size that I get. Now this one is going to get dismantled because I had put this together, and this is where some of the missing ones are. I had put this in for a project that I was going to do, and the project didn't happen, so this is going to be dismantled and just put back into whichever one they go into. And that's why I always keep a couple of extra of the medium-sized Z palettes around. And the reason that I do the mediums is because I've got this shoebox drawer. Ugh. Yeah, I have a couple of these, and they stack, so they go in my closet. But this, I'm pulling my hair out with the drawer. Ouch. The medium palettes fit perfectly in here, and that is the reason that I've got to move this stack. It's driving me nuts. But that's the reason I have so many of the medium palettes, is because A, they did a stupid good sale, and B, it fits. So we have got my Lily Posh and Glaminatrix, and I am obviously missing a couple of things here because they're in other projects. Then I have got, this one is Luxie Shadows, but that's not all of them. There is another Luxie Shadow palette, but this one also does have a couple of pretties for your face on the bottom. So it was kind of a color sort thing when I did these. And then the rest of the pretties for your face are in this one. Oh, and something shifted. It fell out. So I just mooshed that shadow that fell out of this pan all over the place. But these are most of my purples, and these are the ones that are the pretties for your face. Yeah, the soft shadows, you know how it goes. So we'll be fixing that in a minute. But let's get through this first. Then what I had done is I had a few Buxom palettes as well as a single. And so I just put the index cards in and label what they are. But these, I stuck magnets on them, and these are my Buxoms. You've seen some of these. This was, oh man, what was this? 3 different palettes? No, this is 2. This is May Contain Nudity and Suede Seduction. And there's a couple of duplicates from that too, but I put that together in one. And then I had one colorful one that, oops, the magnet came off of the bottom of it. There we go. Okay. But then this is the rest of my Buxom single shadows. And then everything on the bottom is Mary Kay. So I put that all together. And it sounds kind of silly because I did have some of this stuff in palettes, but it was easier to get rid of all of the bulk of all the extra palettes. This is, oh man, this is falling apart on me too. This is my Mary Kay singles. And I took them all out of the plastics and put magnets on them. And some of them are a little bit older, and so one of them crumbled. But that's okay, because I can repress it or throw it into something. I need something to put this on. I have index cards. Ouch. You gotta love when I film. It's like watching live TV around here. You never know what's gonna happen or what kind of a mess I'm gonna make. So the broken, I don't know if it's Violet or Iris that broke, but we will do something with that. I'll either repress it or I will make something new out of it and franken it. So that's the problem when you start taking things out of their actual original and intended containers. You sometimes make a mess. It's all right. Now, the next thing that I've got going on is a Colourpop set. Now, you're going to notice Garden Variety, I did not take apart simply because there are as many shades in here as fit into one of the Z palettes, and I thought, well, that's stupid. Why transfer from one package to another? But this, on the other hand, is actually 1, 3, 4, 5, 7 different palettes. So we've got Blush Crush, Cloud Spun, and Lilac You a Lot. Okay? The nice thing with these is they're magnetic, so they just remove, and it was really nice and simple. Now, this one has the last 2 of Lilac You a Lot on the bottom. You Are a Cutie and Menage a Moi. So these 2 are from Lilac You a Lot. As you can see, I have kind of a taste, a particular color story that I like. I know, surprising, huh? Now this one is actually a little different. This is Baroque and Blow and Smoke. So these are all kind of the gray and darker, well, there's a white one in there too, but these are more of the, you know what I'm saying, my gray story. Gray, black, white, that kind of thing. All right, so I actually eliminated 7 of the 9 pan palettes. I did lose a couple of things, but not too much. But I did eliminate 7 palettes doing that. And part of it for me is room. Now this stack is, oh yeah, garden varieties in there too. This last stack here is what I did to my Juvia's Place palettes. I had a lot of the 6 pan palettes that I had had for quite a while, and I no longer buy anything from Juvia's Place. It's just easier not to. I have gotten rid of a lot of the Juvia's Place. I've decluttered just because the color stories weren't right for me, okay? So I had sold off a lot of things that I just didn't use. I should have known better, but at that point I was kind of just buying as things came out, and I'm a collector. In case you missed that from all of this, I have a collector mentality, so when they came out with like 7 of the 6 pans in all the colors, I bought them. Dummy. Anyway, so this one has the Sweet Pinks, the Mauves, and the Blushed Rose palette. These were not made to be taken out of those little palettes. And to quote Angelica Nyqvist, mistakes were made. But I did kind of group them together by color story. And the ones that got destroyed, I did franken some of it I did lose, but you're seeing me do that right now too. So this one is the Sweet Violets and the Nubian Royal, and as you can see, like with that one, I lost part of it, so I franked it into something else that broke. These actually are seriously dry and don't hold up really well when you're beating the crap out of the palette to try and get them out. I know, shocking, isn't it, since they weren't made to do that. All right, then the last one I have is the Taupes and the Chocolates, and that is what is left in that color story. So that is everything except for the palette that I redo constantly with my single shadows that are in projects. That one I apparently didn't bring in here, but that is so far what I have gotten done. Now, hopefully, oh wait, I do have one Mary Kay palette left in here that has all of my browns in it. So I took all the other colors apart. That one I just left because it was already put together like that. Now, the one thing that I have not yet done is, or that hopefully by the time you see this, I will have done. One of the things I want to do is take the 3 Temptalia palettes. And since these are all magnetic, I've already gotten my stickers with the names on them written out, and I'm going to pop them all out and stick them into one palette because they will all fit into one of the larger Sydney Grace palettes. But I just need to order the palette, and I'll do that on the 1st when I do my monthly bundle. So this one is Quintessence, and I think I have these all in light. Nope, Quintessence is actually deep. The other ones are light. This one is on the Horizon. I know you guys have seen all these before, but the thing for me is because these color stories were so complementary and so similar, I'd kind of like to take it apart and rearrange it. So this is the final one. This one, oh, what the heck is this one? Radiant Reflection. So I kind of figured take them all apart, group them by colors, and then I can do it all as one because quite frankly to me, this whole thing, and I'm going to try and hold this up, bear with me, already looks like it should be one palette. Isn't that stunning? And I understand why a lot of people only bought like one of them just based on the colors, but to me there was just too much about them that went together that I got the whole set. Like, that should shock you. I'm nuts and I buy everything and I'm a collector and I'm a makeup junkie, and yes, I admit it. I, of course, will save the packaging because of the way that that goes together, but I want to pull all of this out and put it into one of the... They'll fit into one of the regular large Sydney Grace palettes. And those unfortunately don't fit in a drawer, so they have to be somewhere else in my collection. Everything else, I think everything else fits in drawers, including this lovely little shoebox. So, not really what's on deck, but I did promise that I would go through all of this, and so now you've seen my singles collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see ya. Bye.